Hey, First Baptist Church, we're back in the foyer of the sanctuary. Have some good news for you. I want to share some things with you today. First of all, I want to just remind you that we're still in the midst of a pandemic, and lots of folks are dealing with lots of things. So we want to continue to pray for our healthcare workers, those who are sick. We want to pray for our government leaders and all the folks who are having to make some tough decisions in this unprecedented time. So continue to remember them. I also want you to remember our brother, Brad Irons. Yesterday, on Tuesday, his mother passed away in Norman, Oklahoma. And so he's with his family this afternoon and may be there an extended period. So please continue to lift Brad and his family up in the loss of their mother, who was on hospice care and in a nursing facility. So thank you for remembering them. Now I want to get to just an update on the COVID virus and all of what we're trying to do here at First Baptist Church. We are making plans to regather when it's safe and we feel like it's responsible to do that, and we're getting closer and closer to that. We have put that off until tentatively May 24th, because we want to hear the governor's announcement on May 18th and how things are going with the reopening. And we think we are now better prepared with sanitation stations and sanitizers to make the facility safer. We're going to walk through the facility. I want you to see what we've done so that everyone that comes to this place on the 24th will feel safe, ready to regather in community and ready to worship the Lord together. We are planning at this time, and again, these things can change, to have two services, one at 8:30 and to 9:30, especially for our senior adults 65 and older, and then one at a regular time for all folks who would gather 10:45 to 11:45. I want to share just a couple of verses of scripture about this whole thing and why we're doing what we're doing the way we're doing it. Paul writes in 1 Corinthians 10:23, "You say, I'm allowed to do anything, but not everything is good for you. Not everything builds up. You say, I'm allowed to do anything, but not everything is beneficial. Don't be concerned for your own good, but for the good of others. Do not seek your own advantage, but that of your neighbor." So we are socially distancing, not just because we're afraid of getting a virus or of spreading a virus, but we're socially distancing for those folks who are really at risk. Those folks who have respiratory issues or elderly or whoever it might be that you know that are at risk. This week was the first personal encounter I've had with the COVID virus. Someone I knew personally in Hereford passed away this week from complications of the COVID virus. So it's a very real thing. Again, we trust the Lord. He knows what He's doing. He'll protect us. He'll provide. But we also want to make sure that we take this seriously and that we make everybody feel safe. No matter how safe we are, we want to make other people who don't feel as safe as we might feel safe as well. So those are the reasons we're taking these measures at this time. So with that being said, I want to kind of walk around here and show you how we're going to handle the 24th and show you a little bit of the rearrangement of the sanctuary to help people feel safe. So we want you to be able to walk into the sanctuary without ever touching the door. So our doors will be propped open on Sunday morning. Then make your way to the sanitation station that we'll have set up here. We have a little signage here to remind us to practice social distancing. We sanitize our hands as we come in, and then we're ready to go to worship. We also want you to feel free to take some of these wipes with you if you're concerned about anything in the sanctuary. All the sanctuary and all the high touch areas, including the bathroom, will be sanitized before and after the services. Then we've got some additional signages signage that's going to be in the bathroom area. And then on the 31st is our regular 5th Sunday communion time, and we're going to have these available for you. Little communion packets that no one's going to touch except the person preparing it and the person picking it up. And those will be made available to you as well. It's got the juice and the bread in there. Then as we walk into the sanctuary, I want you to see there's some more hand sanitizing next to the offering boxes. So we're not going to pass the plate this week. We're going to ask you to put your tithes and offerings right here, so you don't have to, again, touch anything. And then after that, you ready to walk in? All right, as you can see, the sanctuary is significantly different. We've removed every other row, and we've alternated that among the sections. We have moved from capacity of about 450 to about 225. There's additional seating still up in the balcony area. We want all our folks to sit where they feel comfortable, but if you feel more comfortable, we won't have a nursery or child care, so we would invite those young families to gather up in the balcony if they feel a little more comfortable doing that as well. But none of what happens with children and babies is going to bother us. We want to hear people in this place, because there haven't been a large number of people in this place for a while. So we would encourage you to invite folks. I think we have plenty of room for folks and even guests. And there's plenty of room to socially distance. You can see how far apart these seats are from one another. We can maintain the 6 feet distance from one another. And so we're looking forward to regathering. We're not reopening because we've never been closed. We've had an opportunity to minister to our community through these days, especially in drive-in church. And thank you for your encouragement and support there. We've had an online presence, and we'll continue to have that online presence in the foreseeable future, as long as we need to do that. It may be a little tape delayed. We will probably record our live services and get that out on Sunday evening instead of having that on Sunday morning, but we're still going to provide that. So if you feel safe enough to come join us, we would invite you to. And if you don't, please don't. We'll do everything we can to help you stay connected to the church. We know the church is not this building. The church is the people of God who gather in this place. Don't ever forget that. Something could happen to this building and we'd still be a First Baptist Church, Denver City, because we know the value of the church is the value of our people. Thank you for supporting us, encouraging us, loving us, and we want to be the same to you through these days. May God bless you, and may you continue to be safe and continue to wash your hands. Thanks.